Guys, welcome to my latest speed build. I had a lot of fun with this one, as I always do. It's just like a kind of little build. It only took me about an hour, I think, including the landscaping. And yeah, that's pretty rare for me. Usually it takes me a lot longer to build. I'm quite slow. But I think because I was kind of going for really clean lines, like it's very white inside and kind of crisp, I was basically channeling like an Apple ad or something. Um, that there's not a lot of clutter, and that probably cut down on like the length of the build. So that's cool. Basically everything is in 3 rooms. So upstairs we have a bedroom and like a study space, or a desk, I guess. And then downstairs we have the open plan kitchen and dining slash living area, and a bathroom. So yeah, it's quite small. And with the outside, I basically I'm always uninspired with the landscaping. I think I need to, like, I don't know, look at more gardens. I never really know what to do. So hopefully it turned out. I just tried to create a couple of different spaces, like at the front and the back where like the Sims could do whatever. Um, I did a but this is actually a build I did a little bit off camera. Like I'd finished recording and then I was just kind of playtesting and got a bit carried away and like um, was just playing around with my sim and yeah, made a few alterations that I thought would work. Nothing too drastic. I just added like a yoga mat out the front because my sim ended up being quite wholesome. And I'm also really into yoga at the moment. I've been getting a lot of pain recently, and I haven't been going for runs, which is like usually kind of how I like to get my exercise. So instead, I've been doing yoga. Um, yeah, and it's been really fun. Um, don't think it's quite the same as cello, where like we can attribute my taking up the cello to The Sims. I think I would have done the yoga anyway, but it's pretty cool that you can like. I really enjoy the yoga mats, and like the little meditation stools. I think I'd probably put them in every build actually. So yeah, not much is happening with me. I had a pretty chill day. I felt like I had chores this morning, but now that I like reflect on it, I didn't do anything except practice the cello and have lunch with a friend. Um, so they're not real chores. And I did have a bit of work I was meant to do this afternoon, which I haven't done because I was figuring out how to kind of keep the quality of the video, and I think it's really improved. And the issue was that OBS, which is a video capturing software I was using, was downloading in, or like saving the file in a flash file, like .flv was the extension, and the iMovie, which is the editing software that I use, will only accept MP4, and in the conversion from that flash video to MP4, I was losing a lot of quality. So I spent ages trying to figure out how to, yeah, like convert the file without losing that quality. And I think I've done that, so hopefully that kind of shows up on the screen. Yeah, it shouldn't have taken as long as it did, but I'm like, yeah, like I said in like an earlier video, I'm actually not that technical. Um, Tonight I have to do a couple more, like I do have to run a couple of errands. I've got to decide on a meal tomorrow night because my partner and I are having some friends over, like 2 friends. And in exchange for one of them telling us about his job and kind of giving us some tips throughout the application process, um, we're making him dinner, and that means that I'm making him dinner because I usually get home for gym. So yeah, I've got to decide what is easy, what I can do after work, and then go and buy them. So I also have a bit of uni work to do. I really wasn't productive enough today, but I think I just have a couple of things on my to-do list, like I choose an essay topic, get it, like write it up in a research question, and then get it approved by the teacher. So yeah, nothing too dramatic. Pretty chill day. I have work tomorrow, which is fine. Work is fine. I have a really good job. Like it's pretty chill. I'm rarely stressed out or anything. Um, which is nice. And when I am stressed out, it's usually of like my own doing. Like I'm probably psyching myself out more than like the work itself being kind of complicated. So that's fine. I actually look forward to work. Though one of my friends has just gone on exchange, so she was my work buddy on Thursday, Friday, and now she's gone. Um, I don't think she will ever watch these videos, but if she does, hi Hannah. Um, I really struggled with the windows because it was kind of everything was clashing. With the kind of clean lines. And I think if I had my time again, and probably actually maybe before I upload to the gallery, I might do this. The paneling I have on the inside, I might add to the exterior because somehow I think that works better with the windows I ended up with. I do love those windows from, I think they're from the Spa Day expansion pack, the ones with like the colored tint. I would love windows like that in my house. Speaking of houses, I'm currently looking at more real estate than usual, and I usually look at a lot. Um, but because we're moving not till December, so it's like quite a few months away. But it's just I don't know what it is about moving that's kind of exciting and makes everyone look at real estate months in advance at houses they can't possibly move into, so they won't be available when it's time. But here we are. Um, Lots of messages are being exchanged between me and my partner and then the friend we're moving with being like, "Oh, look at this house. This house is great. Look at the size of that room." It's pretty exciting though. We're thinking of moving to a beach, which would be nice. We currently live in like the inner city. I really like the area. It's very leafy, very close to all the amenities you could ever want, except a beach, I guess. So we're thinking of, yeah, having a sea change, which seems a bit ridiculous to say, but I think that could be really exciting. I would love to go for jogs along the beach. I'd like to picture this more idyllic life that somehow I will live when I move. And maybe I will because I will no longer be studying. Next year we'll all be working full time, which is going to be super, super weird after being a student for so long. It's kind of hard to acclimatize, I guess. Yeah, but we'll see. I'm hoping to do a PhD, and but if I don't get into the program that I want, I will not be doing that. I will just be hopefully being a lawyer, which is also kind of scary. But if I do get into the PhD I want, basically that means that I would like the program that I want to do is a full time PhD, but like has like a lectureship kind of attached to it. Not describing it very well, but essentially I would be a full-time employee as well as a full-time student of the university, so that would be fun. Yeah, here are the windows I ended up with. I actually, like in hindsight, I think I'm not loving the kind of back windows, and by back windows I mean like lack of them on the second floor. I think, yeah, that space could have been better utilized. So yeah, maybe before I upload this to the gallery, I might try and sort something out. I think I might add like some vines or something. Um, I think I was just really committed to that idea of like clean lines and like kind of minimal kind of furnishings and minimal everything. So yeah, here's me showing some restraint by going with like smaller trees than usual. I love those weeping willows, like the weeping cherry trees. And I think they've been in every yard I've ever done. Like until now, I'm growing as a builder, which is cool. Yeah, so like I said, I wasn't feeling super inspired with the landscaping, but I like how it turned out. I really love those kind of wildflowers, and I do love chucking them around trees. Because I kind of imagine myself tending the garden, and I'd be pretty lazy. Like I haven't had to mow a lawn since I was a child, because we just haven't lived in a like house where that was necessary. But like if I did have to mow a garden or like manage a garden, it would be pretty like I'd want to do well, but humans are fallible, humans are lazy. I probably would just cut corners and there would be some overgrown grass if it was too close to a tree. I've never used a whippersnipper in my life and I don't know that I ever will. Yeah, here's just me trying to create those different spaces in the backyard. Um, the house really, I didn't feel like it was big enough for a pool, so we ended up with just kind of like some different seating areas. In a moment, you'll see me kind of make like a little bird feeding corner, which is really cute. Like for the first time while kind of playtesting this, I actually utilized I guess that feature, like the animation. I made my sim go and feed some birds, and it was really cute. I really loved the little birds that kind of fly up and hang out and eat. If only real life was as idyllic as The Sims, but it's not. Um, Not too much else to report. My partner and I had this really chill day yesterday. It was delightful. He had the day off from work because he's been working really hard lately, so they just gave him a day in lieu, which means he had a day off that he got paid for, which is really cool. And yeah, we kind of just slept in, luxuriated, and slowly like, we went to the bookstore on our way to the train station. I bought a couple of books which will be helpful for my thesis. And then we made our way to like the precinct where I work, which is kind of funny. But I just wanted to show him this cool because I work in this kind of this newish kind of business precinct, and it has all these kind of I don't know. No businesses have failed yet. Like that's how new it is. So it has all these kind of really cool, trendy cafes and boutique stores. I don't know. And I wanted to show him this like tea room, this kind of cafe that only does tea. Like even the coffee that they do is like they call them tea lattes because it's like a latte infused with tea. So we went there, and that was really lovely. And then we went suit shopping because he needed a new suit. Yeah, it was just like a super relaxing day. I did have class from like 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., which was a bit dismal, but fine. It was a teacher I've had before, and she's really lovely. And I love the way she facilitates discussion and can like deal with people kind of saying kind of inappropriate or problematic things. She just manages to do it in a way that like closes down the conversation, or like signals that like the comment was kind of inappropriate, but does it in such a way that I think the person kind of maybe might not notice, or like might not. I don't know. Like I think it would be really hard to facilitate class discussion because you want people to feel like they can contribute, but also you need to create a safe space. So you can't just have people kind of saying stuff that's kind of bigoted, which is surprisingly frequent. So you have to kind of tread that line of yeah, making people feel like they're able to contribute, but also letting people know when they say things that are inappropriate. And she does that really well. That was cool. It's actually a course on criminal justice, and it's like I don't think there's going to be like a huge amount of like new content, but as I'm like super busy and have about I have like 30,000 words to write this semester, I'm actually like enjoying the fact that actually maybe two of my subjects will have a bit of overlap. So I'm doing that criminal justice course and this other course, which is about restorative justice. Um, oh, we're up to the screenshots. So don't know who that sim at the front was. This is like just doing some kind of layout views. Yeah, I really like the way this house turned up. There are a couple of things I would change in hindsight, but yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I would definitely live here. Um, and I think the sim I created for this house really there she is enjoying the clean white lands. Anyway, I will see you next time. Bye.